some other agency? Oh, there's an agency that will take care of that. This is where you live. This is your neighborhood. You take care of it. You
Yes.
take care of your people.
Yes. And Dr. Wisdom, that might be as simple as just a phone call. But I was saying to Superintendent Dean recently, we're looking at now in our plan the formatting of a crime reduction website.
Yes.
And we're looking at those things that breed crime, not just that the crime has been committed, but to get ahead of some things. And we feel that maybe we should do a little more to help the public. And hopefully on that site, we can answer some of those questions. Because, you know, I believe there are some of us who'd wish to make a call and you go, right, who do I call? What number do I call? If I pick up a phone book, okay, maybe it's Ministry of Works, geez, but who do I really call?
Yeah.
And so maybe I think we need to look at how we format that right up front and say, this one-stop shop, this clearinghouse, if you call it, we'll take care of that sign. You don't need to stress about it. You just call us and tell us.
Okay.
It might not be the police that you're calling, but in this formatting, we're going to pay some attention to that, because I think if we can hold that out to the public and say, you know what, maybe it's as simple as a phone call. You don't have to really get your hands dirty if you don't wish. But tell us, alert us to it.
Do something.
Do something. It's the same about the crime. Dr. Wisdom, there are so many reports that we receive where members of the public will tell us after a crime has been committed, you know, I saw that car parked there for 2 days.
Yes.
And child, I had this feeling in my gut, and I said, Lord, you know, you've heard those conversations?
Oh, yeah.
And I should have followed my gut. There you go.
And you're saying follow your gut.
Just follow your gut. Make that call.
Commissioner, I want to talk about what it is to be a policeman today, but before I get to that, just one more thing in terms of the viewers, the citizens of this country. The idea of awareness of crime. I don't mean I heard that somebody was shot or hurt or robbed, etc.
Yes.
But the awareness that, look, that's a crime. What you're doing is a crime. What they're doing is a crime that is against everything that will equal peace
Yes.
in our community. What is your plan? What does your plan say about just increasing the knowledge of citizens that, you know, it may have been happening culturally, but this is a crime? How do you intend to, or what do you have planned to get basic citizens to understand and get a better awareness of what crime is?
Yes, Dr. Wisdom, I'm really pleased to tell you, very proud to tell you, that on the 1st of January of this year, we launched the National Crime Prevention Office led by a dynamic young superintendent, Stephen Dean. And I'm telling you, boy, has he been switched on. Has he been taking that message? And the mandate of that office is to do precisely what you've just asked.
Okay.
To greater awareness around crime and how to be proactive in preventing crime, and how you might play a more meaningful role as a member of the public in helping us to reduce crime and to increase public safety. So NCPO is alive and well. It's continuing to expand. You will hear a lot more from them as the days and the weeks and months wear on. And I'm very encouraged by the work that's being done. I believe we're giving far more information now than we've done previously.
Okay.
And that will continue. The other thing that is significant is, in addition to just speaking to the business of crime prevention, we want to give you, the members of the public, some ideas as to how successful your crime reduction programs are. And so we're going to be marketing that. And we also want to give messages to potential offenders, people who have not yet entered that arena of crime. And we want to be able to say to them, here is what a life of crime means. Here is the trauma that you create, not just for yourself at the end of the day, but to the wider community. We're going to be speaking to that.
Okay. Commissioner, I perhaps should have dealt with this up front, but we were speaking and we moved quickly. But let's get to your priorities in this plan. What's up front? What does the list look like?
Oh my goodness, Dr. Wisdom, a long shopping list. We have 5 strategic priorities: taking care of our people, reducing serious crime, enhancing public safety, positive youth engagement, involvement and intervention, and protecting our borders. And beneath each of those items will be a long shopping list of action points. or things that we will do. And we've actually said that. Here is what we will do. To the extent that at the end of this year, the government and the people of the Bahamas might turn to us and say, right, on page 5, you said, here is what you will do. Have you done that?
Did you do it? Okay.
And we should be able to show you that in a meaningful way. No fluff, but in a meaningful way. We said we'd do it. Here it is, and this is what it has produced. I am so pleased to tell you that despite what you've heard about crime and any numbers going up, and they may go up some more before they come down, but I promise you they will come down. You will see that. Yeah. The tremendous successes we've had as a result of many of the initiatives that we have launched is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal.
But specifically, Commissioner, in terms of murder, robbery, rape, assault, that kind of thing.
Yes.
What is that?
We have made, what we have done is we could take just a long range of crime categories from A to Z, and we never get to it. But we looked at those categories of crimes that you've just mentioned that's causing the greatest fear in our communities. And in the plan, we've listed it as Appendix A.
Okay.
We refer to them as priority crimes. And we've told every police officer in the Bahamas that that priority list, those are the crimes that we are going to focus on. We're going to do everything else if you report it to us and it comes to our attention. But we are going to distinctly look at those and say, you know what? This has got to stop.
Because they are doing
creating tremendous fear and causing tremendous harm to our people.
Okay.
And so our public has said, these are the things that are frightening us. A man with a gun robbing me.
Okay.
You know, invading my home, my space, raping a woman or some other young person, murdering someone, stabbing people. You know, those are things that drive fear, and we are going after that.
Commissioner, your sense of all the time you've been in the force and the history of this country, the history of policing, the history of crime in this country, you know, we're an incredibly technological society. I just need to know, and some of my younger viewers have said this to me, ask the Commissioner, is something happening where there is more murder, more stabbing, more rapes and robberies? Or is it just that we are able to tell you about it faster, tell you about it in a larger sense? Or has this community really gone there?
This community has gone there. And what you are finding now is that we are being just forthright and open with you. There was a time when we didn't talk much to the press. Things may have been a bit more sanitized. I take you 15 years back. We probably wouldn't be having an interview like this. Okay. Even if that was just on radio or just a face-to-face script for the newspaper, we'd be a bit more guarded. But we are now open, proactive, willing to give you the facts because we believe you should have the information. We don't mean to frighten you, but we believe that the more knowledgeable you are, the better informed you are, you make better decisions as a public, and certainly you can assist us more. But yes, we've gone there. This whole business of AK-47s in the hands of young Bahamians and any combination of 9mm pistols and AK-47, we just assault rifles used in war zones in Afghanistan do tremendous damage.
Are here?
Oh, absolutely, in large numbers, And so we've been doing a lot of work. We've been arresting people. We've been recovering those weapons. And we are, in fact, as a police organization, playing our role effectively.
Okay.
I'm going to continue to speak to that.
Okay.
We do our bit. We charge you when we take you before the courts. And if you reoffend, we'll arrest you again, we'll charge you, and we'll take you to court. But I'm telling you, we've gone there. And there is no hesitation on the part of many of our people to use weapons, to possess them.
Having talked this much about this whole idea of policing, the person that carries it out, basic question, policeman on the Royal Bahamas Police Force, not for everyone?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tremendous pressure, tremendous sense of responsibility. Dr. Wisdom, any officer who tells you otherwise on a daily basis, any officer who tells you otherwise is not speaking the truth. And I'll debate that with the person who says otherwise. I'm telling you, if you are true to what you do, and you come to equity with clean hands and you keep them clean, and you truly care, this is a full-time job. Do you recognize that we're never off duty? You could never pay us for the work that we do? And would you believe that all we want from you most times is just a simple thank you, I appreciate what you're doing for us. That's it. And we'd be just as happy with that. Now, our family members, our wives, think we're crazy because they like to talk about money. But I tell you, the average police officer that carries that in his bosom, the majority of them.
I'm off. I've just finished a major 40-whatever-hour shift, more than usual. I put on my plain clothes, I get in my car, I go somewhere, a crime begins to happen. I, as a policeman, am mandated to carry out my duties as a policeman.
Yes, you are.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Any place.
And if you refuse to, there's a disciplinary charge for that. It's an act or an omission, neglect of duty, failing to act. You can be disciplined, you could lose your job.
Okay.
There's an obligation. There's an obligation.
What then is needed in a good policeman today in terms of character and skill?
Honesty, a firm commitment, a loyalty. We used to speak about the attributes of a good police officer, and we listed, geez, a whole long laundry list. But I think first you've got to be true to yourself. You should have no hidden agenda, no strange motives, and you should come to the service of the people with clean hands and a willingness to keep them clean.
Is this possible, Commissioner?
It is possible. I've done it. Every other member of my executive management team has done it. And Dr. Wisdom, I'm proud to tell you that the vast majority of people in this organization have done it. We have no riches. We have modest little homes, many of us. We'll retire and go back off into the sunset, and some people will never remember us except our families. Some folks may pass us on the streets and never speak. And we just go along and we say, thank God we did our bit. Dr. Wisdom, we've got some really good people in this organization, and I admonish the public to please, admonish is the wrong word, I encourage you to please take another look at that and do not be too quick to throw them away. Don't throw that